So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center. We've arrived to ABC Learning Center. All the windows are blacked out. I would like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager? I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son little Joey here. Is there paperwork, or can I check out the daycare?
You got $2.66 million this year in funding and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going.
Wow. You're right.
So
that
good.
was the old good journalism. By the way, Fox Digital reached out to that learning center to try and get a statement from them, and apparently the number doesn't even work. So.
The Heartland is being ripped off, plain and simple, and the scale of it is staggering. Right now, federal agents are quietly tightening the noose around a billion-dollar web of corruption that's been rotting the state of Minnesota from the inside out. We're looking at a total collapse of oversight, a mess so deep that federal authorities are now prepping for a massive, coordinated strike. They aren't just looking to slap wrists anymore. They are moving in to completely dismantle a network that treated your tax dollars like a private piggy bank. This isn't just a local issue. It's a full-blown crisis of trust that's finally reaching its breaking point. This whole investigation didn't start with some high-paid government lawyer in a fancy courtroom. It started on the cold streets of Minneapolis with Nick Shirley. He did the job the state bureaucrats refused to do. Shirley's lens caught the kind of haunting reality that should make every taxpayer's blood boil. Ghost facilities. We're talking about daycare centers that don't actually exist. They're nothing but names on a piece of paper, yet they've been raking in millions in federal resources while the actual building stands silent, locked, and empty. It's a total failure of the highest order. Shirley gave us the visual proof that the state government seemingly overlooked, or, let's be honest, maybe they just chose not to see it. It looks like the entire system was conditioned to favor private interests over the people it was supposed to help. The result? A total, gut-wrenching loss of trust that we might never get back. To really get why this is happening now, you have to look at the Feeding Our Future disaster. Remember that? They funneled about $250 million meant for hungry kids into unauthorized channels, and it became one of the biggest thefts of public money this region has ever seen. But here's the kicker. Even after that tragedy, the same bad actors didn't go away. They just pivoted. They adapted their methods, found new government programs to exploit, and kept right on going. Critics are rightfully pointing out that the state's failure to shut these people down years ago is exactly what paved the way for the nightmare we're seeing today. There's no accountability, and it's created this massive wall of opposition from local citizens who are tired of seeing their hard-earned money used for a blatant, unauthorized diversion of wealth. If you thought the government was just going to keep sitting on its hands, think again. Recent intel suggests the quiet observation phase is officially over. Sources inside the Bureau have told journalist Benny Johnson that a targeted operation is already moving. We're talking about additional criminal units being deployed to the region with one specific goal: high-profile public takedowns of the people behind these ethical violations. The strategy has shifted. It's no longer just about trying to recover the cash. It's about the total destruction of these fraudulent networks. You can expect a series of coordinated strikes designed to tear down the very infrastructure that let this theft flourish for so long. This federal intervention is a massive escalation, sending a clear signal that the days of the state failing to do its job are being superseded by aggressive federal enforcement. They're coming to restore order, whether the state leaders like it or not. At the dead center of this political firestorm is Governor Tim Walz. He's the guy at the top, which means he's the one facing the loudest questions about how this total failure happened on his watch. The Walz administration is being hammered for what many are calling a total tragedy of oversight. Why were the warnings from state auditors ignored? Why was there no decisive action until the feds got involved? Even big names like Elon Musk are calling this out, labeling it a grave ethical violation that needs immediate accountability. The political fallout here is going to be brutal. There are already calls for permanent, ground-up changes to how Minnesota handles your money. As the FBI gets ready to start hauling people away, the spotlight is shifting directly to the halls of power in St. Paul. The lack of transparency there is finally hitting a wall of opposition from federal investigators and a public that is absolutely done waiting for justice. Make no mistake, what's happening in Minnesota is going to echo far beyond its borders. This isn't just about one state. It's about a broader fight to kill off the culture of corruption that's taken root in our bureaucracy. If these federal takedowns work, they're going to be the blueprint for how the feds handle similar failures in other states. The goal is simple: blow up the ideology that says public funds are a private resource for the well-connected. Looking ahead, the permanent changes promised by the authorities suggest a future where being transparent isn't optional, it's the law. The American people are tired of being lied to. They're watching closely, waiting to see if this strike will actually protect the nation's treasury and deliver the justice they've been waiting for, even as the establishment fights the truth every step of the way.